I would like to welcome our viewers to a new episode of Education Exchange Program, which is the most popular TV show on cable television. And everybody's smiling, I see. And it's true because we are on YouTube too. And it's my chance tonight to welcome all of you, our guests. I see a big crowd from Wickham Elementary School, the great school in Coralville, right? And the school that has a beautiful woods around it, and trails and bridges and creek. So you are really in the center of nature in Coralville. And we are so proud to have the principal of the school, Amber Daubs, here to my right-hand side. And we have in the front row Hannah, right? And then Zola.
Correct.
And then Nate and Seth. Those are the four warriors, the four heroes that we are going to introduce tonight,
Wizards.
right?
The four wizards.
And in the back, our old friend, not old as far as age, but we have been to this show many times before, Summer, Gilbert, and then Mallory, right?
Yes.
And you are a parent, right? And the counselor?
School
Or just
counselor.
a counselor?
Yep, just school counselor.
That's the counselor. And you are the office manager in the school, the one who runs the whole show.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
And at the beginning, before we start, I would like to say a few words about Kate Wickham, because it just happened to be so close to me as a person. And it's funny, because she was born in England in a place where I received my medical training, where she was born. But I didn't imagine at any time that I'm going to be interviewing people from a school that's named after her. But she came to Iowa City as an immigrant, and she lived in this city when there were really very few female educators in the 1900s. 1901 she arrived, 1902 she started teaching in the first ward school. And that was where the post office is now. Just south to the post office there was the first ward school where Kate started teaching there. And when in 1917, when Sabin was established, she moved to Sabin, and she taught there for about 7 or 8 years before she moved to school that's downtown, where Dodge and Kirkwood Avenue meet. There is a beautiful big house there, and this shows you how beautiful schools were in the last century, because it's really, the building is very old, but it's very huge. And that's where she taught. After that, the school was called Kirkwood School. That was the first Kirkwood School in this corner. And this building was bought later by Keith Acopole, the head of the printmaking department in the School of Art. At the time when she taught there for about, let us say, 11, 12 years, she moved after that to Longfellow. And she continued there until her death. But she was a pioneer. She left big money, and she was able to make Kate Wickham Foundation that really covered more than maybe 600 educators and scholarships for kids for about 550, 570 till last year. So you come with a really in a wonderful place, Amber, and this is your first time there, right?
It is my first year.
First year. So tell us about your experience there. Of course, we cannot compare it with Kate, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, I hope someday to compare it to
Yes,
Kate, I guess.
exactly.
You want to know a little bit about me
Yes,
as far as
yes.
where I was
As
before?
a leader of the school, yeah.
Okay, so I started out as a teacher, and I was a teacher for 14 years. And then my last 7 years I spent in the Prairie School District as an administrator there. And then this is my first year at Wickham. So we've done some fun new things at Wickham this year. I feel like as sixth graders, these guys can maybe attest to some of the things that we've done. But I know as a person and an educator that finding that balance between building culture, and we know that building culture leads to academic achievement. So when kids feel more connected to school and feel like that's just another home for them, then they're more likely to achieve more. So my goal in the first year was to establish some and start to rebuild that culture a little bit. So hopefully that's being noticed.
Wonderful. Now, I just have to mention that when I came to this country, I worked in the hospital and left and worked as teacher after I retired from medicine at Sabin, which was at the time called CEC, Community Education Center. So my office was where Kate Wickham taught,
Okay.
but after 50 years. So that's why I said it's very close to home. Mallory, what's your role there?
So I'm school counselor, and so as school counselor I get to not only go in the classrooms and teach, and again we really try to focus on the culture as well in the classroom and teaching kids those skills on how to really support and respect and treat others kindly. And so I get to do that, and also getting to help build that culture as being the internal PBIS coach, so positive behavior interventions and supports. So then I get to also work with staff and students and help with building that kind of system
Culture.
within the school.
I mean, your principal here was, when we were doing the preparation for this meeting, she mentioned that she wants to focus on the culture, establishing culture, building culture, right? That's the term that you used, building culture. And what did you mean by building culture?
Just mean it's, when you walk into a building, you get a feel for what is happening there. And so when I first walked into Wickham and got to meet everybody, people were welcoming, and I just felt like there was some area for growth around kids smiling and feeling like they're at home and feeling comfortable in their learning environment. And so that really was something I wanted to conquer right away in my first year.
Now, Hannah is your fifth grader, right?
No, sixth grader.
You are sixth grader, so all of you are graduating this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you feel sorry that you're going to lose all this leadership?
I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
mean-
sure. Yeah.
So tell me, each one of you, what they are doing, why they are here.
Okay, so we brought these four wonderful sixth graders because they, one of the things that we've been doing is right away we had on a school assembly, And I introduced our traveling trophies, which each of them is holding one of our traveling trophies. And we talked about common area expectations. So
let us identify those guys.
Yeah,
So
so
to our
go
viewers,
ahead, Hannah.
because if you put them in the camera here, and Mike, our big director here, can show it to our viewers. What's that?
So this is Bob the Brush. He is
Bob
the
the
bathroom
Brush.
brush. He makes sure that all the kids are, flushing the toilet appropriately,
Oh,
keeping others' privacy, and washing their hands and going back to class quietly.
so he's supervising the process, hygienic process, and
Yeah.
cleaning up and all that. That's very good.
So I pat the playground puck, and he makes sure that kids are using the playground appropriately, including
Zola,
people.
can you visit a little bit so that our viewers can see it?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. And he's wearing like.
Kids have
Santa?
decorated him
He has a
lately.
beard and mustache just like me.
Yes,
Good.
exactly. And so he makes sure that kids are including each other, following the safety instructions, and just make sure the playground is running smoothly.
I have Flip and Flop, the hallway team. They make sure that kids in the hallway are doing what they're supposed to and having a level 0 voice. And
Kind of administrator, right?
yeah,
And I have Sylvia the Spoon. She makes sure that everyone is keeping their feet under the table and not playing with their food and just eating their food and not messing around.
I want to know from maybe Zola. Can you tell me? Did you like come up with this idea, or how did it happen? I mean, how did you?
I
invent it?
didn't create this. It was all Mrs. Daubs, not me. I just got chosen to read the announcements, and that's all I was taking part in.
Oh, this is an important one. What do you mean by reading announcement?
So every Friday morning, two of us go down to the office, and we have a script, and we read from a script, and each time a different class is chosen to win one of these. And so we read it, and then, so we read it, and we tell which class wins for that week, and then they get it till the next Friday, and then they give it to the next class.
So do you like working in this radio? It's kind of radio station,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
But no video, right?
No.
Video.
We've taken it to the
we
next
tried.
yeah.
level.
Recently.
Facebook Live
Just
started.
last couple weeks, we
Yeah.
tried
So
in
you
Facebook
like
Live.
working with this, like
Yeah.
journalism and media and all that?
Yeah, it's.
So like you would like to be in my place here? Like,
We'll see.
okay.
Yeah, so they do Friday announcements, and then what happens is, for example, Bob the Brush might be in Zola's homeroom, and then their homeroom would take it to the next classroom that earned the trophy for that week. And so you can see that some of them are dressed up.
Oh, yeah,
So
I see that.
teachers in classes decorate them, and this one is missing an eye, so he's got an eye patch on. But we've seen a lot of different things as far as how they're presented to the next class. I think there was a kindergarten class that brought one of them down one day. Do you guys want to talk about that? So the whole class came into Miss Immerfall's room.
Well, actually, let's say, for example, if we won, let's say Pat the Puck, sometimes they forget to deliver it, so we would just go over. Yeah, so sometimes that's what we do.
Yeah, one time we went into Mr. Fisher's room, who's a 5th grade teacher, and we had just won Flip and Flop, and so we walked him in his room all with their level 0 sign up, and we were all walking really nicely. We just marched into his room because he hadn't given us our trophy yet, so we just all marched in the room like this, and unfortunately he wasn't in there, but we still took it off his
Smart board.
took it out of our room.
So we do have common area expectations, but this is just a good way to build culture because you're working together as a class to try and see if you can earn the trophy for the week. So there's excitement in the air on Friday mornings. You can hear from the office, you can hear classrooms celebrating if they happen to win one of the traveling trophies. So, and Summer organizes a lot of that. She might want to.
Yes, tell us about that.
Well, so throughout the week, teachers will nominate other classes through a Google document, and then I collect all those at the end of the week, and that's how we determine which classroom will then get the trophy. So if you see a classroom doing really well in the hall, then you can mark that down, and that classroom will go in the vote for the week for the best class.
Summer, you were involved in previously, like last year, you were involved with another activity that was very successful. Can you just update us about this activity and what's going on there?
Oh, well, that's at Lincoln Elementary,
Yeah.
which is where my kids go to school.
Right.
And my husband and I are the Lego robotics coaches, and we're going to state again this year.
So are you going to implement this now at Wickham or not?
Lego robotics? I'm completely a volunteer at Lincoln, so I think Wickham has the robotics team. I think there's some parents who run it.
Oh, they do, okay.
Yeah, I can only be at one school at one time.
No, so that would maybe take me to the before and after school program. Can you talk to me about this a little bit?
Well, we have a lot of,
Is that part of parent-teacher activity?
not
Or
not
not
really.
really, yeah.
No. We do have a strong PTO that does a lot for and with our school. But the before and after school is just
They have the book
Programs.
fair and all these projects, right?
they do.
Right.
Mhm.
And the chess club, right?
Yeah, we
Yes.
just go.
You are? So how many activities you're involved in, Zola? Like
She's a
10?
busy girl.
Including school or outside of school?
Both. You can count them, huh?
Yeah, I have to. 4?
Oh, that's so. When you move, Seth, can you tell me what your plan for the junior high now? Because you are a couple months away from it. What would you like to do there?
I'd like to get the feel pretty quick of how high school is going to be, and hopefully ease in and not have to struggle to get to classes, like rush to classes, and just be able to ease into how it is.
Which junior high you go to? North Central or Northwest?
Northwest.
Northwest. You will enjoy the activities. They have a lot of activities there. How about NEAT?
For junior high, I'm going to Northwest, so I really wanna, if I'm in classes, I wanna find the people who I already know in my classes and all that stuff, so that, I already know some people at junior high from other activities, and not just school, but I would like to, just if I'm in classes, and at lunch, and make sure that I have the same lunch and stuff with people I know and stuff like that.
And Zola, you said 4 of them, right? You were going to pursue that?
Yes.
You will.
Yeah.
What's the subject matter that interests you the most?
Subject, probably history.
You like history?
Yeah, I like math. Pretty much everything, actually. I don't really have a favorite or least
That's very
favorite.
nice.
Just it's all about the
So
same.
you kind of balance. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, how about Hannah?
Well, I'm going to be going to North Central, and most people in the school will be going to Northwest, so I'll be one of 3 people, I think. What I'm excited about is I know a person who's in 7th grade this year, so I probably will get to see her when I'm in 7th grade.
I'm going back to Mallory.
Yes.
Now, I want to tell you something about Wickham. There is a feeling among people, not in Coralville only, but in Iowa City and the surroundings area, that Wickham is an upper class school. Is that true? I mean, you have.
I think we have a good mix of students, but we do have quite a large ELL population, so students who are learning English and that's not their home language. So I think we get a very nice mix of culture with students. So we have some that might be more, I guess, upper class or higher SES, but we also have a good mix of other students, and we really try to make Wickham an inclusive environment regardless. So a lot of the lessons that I teach and that we're trying to work on is respecting everybody and making it a safe and healthy place for everyone. And I think that we're doing a pretty good job with that in making sure that all the students feel welcome. With the PBIS system we have in place, it recognizes every student when they do positive behaviors. It gives fun activities for them. One of the things, and we actually do have some pictures of it, is a recent celebration we
So
did.
let us start then.
Okay.
Let us start showing our slides here, and,
Yeah.
and while the slides are here, please, anyone can talk about it.
Okay.
Not necessarily your principal only, but if you would like to go, Zola or Hannah, just go.
So I believe this is Stuffed Animal Day, where you get 10 yellow tickets, and once you get 10 of those, you have a celebration. So people vote. Well, the
Is it
students.
the same celebration? Because he changed the slide.
Yeah. Well, this is the whole school doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you have a green tickets filled up to the cauldron, then the whole entire school does a celebration. Like today, it was Ugly Sweater Day.
What?
Yeah. Kind of funny. Yeah. So here, we would. This is like picture day where we take like things like mustaches and glasses and necklaces, and we would take like a picture. Yeah.
So they all wore props, and each class got to come in and do a class picture, and then they also got to do some small group pictures where they each would pose, and it was a fun prize because we were able to get the cauldron that we put tickets in that students earned to a certain point. So it was a really fun celebration. The kids really enjoyed it. And we had everyone involved, so kindergarten all the way through 6th grade.
We have a dancing party upstairs.
I can tell, yeah, maybe that should be our next celebration, the dance party.
Yeah.
Well, the marathon.
Oh, there's my sister.
Go ahead. Tell us something
oh,
about
I
the
see.
people that
This
are
is-
there.
That's our class
Mention
right
some
there.
name if you remember some
This is
names.
all. This is our
there's-
class.
there's-
They will be happy to hear their names on YouTube.
Yeah, this is our class right here.
Yeah.
That's not our class.
Oh, I see someone I know. That's well, that's the 1st grade class.
First grade. Okay.
So this is 1st grade,
Sedlacek.
Miss Sedlacek.
Sedlacek.
Uh,
Oh my God.
I think.
That's 3rd grade.
That's
Yep,
third
Yeah, that's
grade.
3rd grade. I
Third
see
grade
Alexa's
class.
sister.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I see the faces are really, it's a very diverse school.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
So, like once the celebration comes, everyone's really happy, and sometimes we're allowed to bring like our own props
Mm.
to this.
Oh yeah.
This is 3rd grade.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
4th grade.
And
Yeah.
I think this might be our last picture.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I. Yep.
Okay, good.
so you want to do photo booth in each classroom. That's your idea, right?
We did a photo, yep, that was part
That
of the photo booth that you just saw. So that was one of our celebrations. We've had lots of little things throughout the year.
Yeah.
You know, the Cubs winning the World Series was a happy time for Mrs. Daubs. And so I encouraged students to wear their Cubs shirts one day. And so that was kind of fun. So we just try to do different things throughout the year to keep people, you know, again, connected and feeling good about school and having, you know, school should be a fun place to come. There's obviously learning that's going to happen, but we can have fun while doing that.
Summer, I want you to tell me, how do you see the new Wickham school? Because our show here, the title is What's New?
It's new, yeah. So I would agree with Mrs. Daubs. There's a lot of new exciting stuff. This year we did for Veterans Day. All the kids took home a heart they decorated and wrote important people in their lives that had been veterans. And it just kind of brightened the hallway in the entryway. And now we're doing snowflakes for
Let us
unique.
stay just 1 minute with the Veterans Day,
Okay.
because I think it's important, significant.
Yeah.
Do the veterans come and visit sometime, talk about their experience, whether in the Korean War, or Vietnam, or Iraq, or whatever?
We haven't explored that opportunity yet. This was more, a lot of the kids had recognized people that had passed on or maybe live farther away. But maybe that's something we'd consider doing next year. That's interesting. But yeah, so we had almost all the students returned hearts. So we had walls of hearts. So it was nice. And now we're doing snowflakes for the holiday season. And the theme is unique is beautiful. So each student is decorating their snowflake how they choose to see it. And we're filling so I think the whole look of the school is really warm and inviting right now. And we have door decorations. So we did a door challenge in the school, and everybody decorated their door for a holiday theme. There's penguins and gingerbread houses, and I think it's kind of fun to see all that throughout the school too.
And talk to me about the style of leadership of Amber.
Yeah, talk to me about that, Summer.
Well, as the office manager, she's very warm and inviting. She's very open, and I think she's really easy for the kids to come and feel comfortable talking to her, and for the staff as well. I think she does a really nice job of making herself available to people. She's always listening. She's always open to suggestions and new ideas, and she's always trying to create new and fun things. So I've really enjoyed having.
Yeah, I think
stuff.
Summer kind of cringes a little bit when I step in front of her desk and go, I have an idea.
Just for a second.
Usually I come up with the idea and then she plans the rest of it out. So it's a good partnership.
She's very good at that.
She is.
Yeah.
Very good.
How about you? I mean, tell me about your leader here.
Well,
And be honest. Be
Okay.
honest.
well, I like how Mrs. Daubs, when she's working, she keeps like her curtains, her door open. I feel like it's warm, welcoming. Like how you can see her, and they're working. And I also like how when like
Open door policy, huh?
yeah, open door policy. So I also like how the door decorations, they bring out everyone's feelings, because well, when we decorated our door, we were all happy making it. We were excited about our elves we were doing.
Hannah, what are you going to do in the future? Are you going to be a teacher or something? I
I
feel
think-
so. You
I-
have just like the feeling
Well,
of, huh?
I feel like I'm probably gonna be more on TV. I think I might be on CNN.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I want to be on CNN.
Carlos Zeus right there.
How about Zona?
Just it's.
Tell me
she's-
about your dream about the future. How do you see yourself from now, 10 years from now?
I don't know. I've had a lot of different perspectives of my
Wow,
future.
you are using big words. Okay. I think how about Nate, quickly?
I want to be a theoretical physicist when I grow up.
Super. And Seth?
I either want to be an engineer or I don't know,
Engineer.
some type of doctor.
Wonderful. Well, we are delighted to have you here, and we want you to come back and visit us again.
Definitely.
And show us more projects, more success, and more achievements. And to our viewers, this program is going to be on Public Access TV, Channel 18, Channel 21, that's the education channel, as well as Public Access TV website. And we have actually to say a few words about Public Access TV and how they are helping us introducing our programs here. Of course, our thanks to John Karhoff, who started this program 22 years ago, as well as Michael Peterson. And thank you. And have a very good night, everybody, in a
You too.
warm, nice night of December, a few days before the new year. Thank you.